All right, welcome back to another night of the Halloween Horror Movie Marathon. Tonight we watched
Freaks.
Was it wrong to say it like that?
Probably.
Okay, I apologize.
This was, what year was it? I'm trying to remember. I know.
2007.
1932.
Oh, it's older than I thought it was.
Yeah. So this is an old one. Alright. Acting. What did you think?
Boy, I'll give it a 3. It was a little overacting-ish, but I guess that was the way back then.
Yeah. Back then, that was kind of the standard for every movie.
Yeah.
I mean, even the big ones that people remember were the same kind of way.
Just bigger movements, the
Yeah.
arms, and
They were still treating movies kind of like the stage back then. So, yeah.
well, yeah, it wasn't bad, but it was just average, you know. If you're not used to it, I guess it wouldn't be anything worth enjoying
Mm-hmm.
just alone for the acting.
I don't know. I want to give it a 4, honestly. Like, especially because a lot of those people aren't actors. Like, they just happen to be actual, I'm going to use the term freaks, because that's what they call them.
The only ones that really had a line, though, were Frida and Hans.
Yeah,
None of
but,
the other ones.
I mean, they
really
had at least the good expressions, and I don't know, I thought it was fairly well done. And I mean, Hans, you could tell, was not an actor, clearly. And he still did all right. I mean, we picked it out, but at the time, I doubt it was something that people would have really noticed. I think they all did decent enough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was just average for me. That's why I give it a 3.
All right, so effects. The problem is the movie is so dated that there's no way the effects could hold up to any kind of expectations you'd have nowadays. Like, even at the end when the horse pulling the buggy is going and then, like, you could tell they triple speeded the video.
Yeah.
And it just... You could tell there were a lot of camera cuts, which part of that is due to the limitations of film back then, but I don't know. A 2 is the best I can give it. I mean, it wasn't the worst thing in the world. I don't think they necessarily did a bad job for the time. It's just, it's so dated that it can't hold up. So yeah, 2. What do you think?
I'm going to give it a 3. You know, like you said, that one sped up shot. But, I mean, Nosferatu is one of my all-time favorite movies, and there is a lot of that in there.
Yeah.
It is forgivable. I missed that one scene. I mean, it was pretty cool to see the wagon tip over.
Yeah.
That huge wagon, and they had a horse, and the dude flew off, and it was raining, and all the freaks were climbing underneath the wagons.
That was
toward
cool.
the guy in the
that
rain.
looked great. That
It
was
looked
really good imagery.
cool. Yeah. So I got to give it at least a 3.
I will say too, the torso guy when he lit the cigarette, that was awesome.
That was cool.
Really cool. That was just that's not effects. That was just a really cool trick he did.
Yeah.
All right, story. You know what? I'm gonna give it a 3. It wasn't bad. I mean, even if the acting was meh, the story it was a good enough story. You know, the lady offended the freaks by conning the one, and they got back at her in the end. And yeah, I thought it was really good. The story was good. Maybe not great, like I won't say above average, but no, it was good. It was enjoyable. I didn't have a bad time watching it. It didn't seem to drag on too much. Like, there was a story there. And yeah.
For a film put out in 1932, I got to hand it to them. They had a
I
fun
was
little
okay with
twist
it.
in there. You know, it was very well put together, and it was very watchable.
Mm-hmm.
If it, you know, at times the dialogue was hard to understand.
Yeah.
But yeah, the story was decent.
I will
So
say
I'm going to
too,
give it a 3 as well.
one thing, I always hear people say, like, the one of us. And, like, they mentioned it in Big Bang Theory and all sorts of over the place. And I never quite knew where the quote originally came from, but I think it was this movie. Because as you saw, the part where they were at the dinner, they were chanting it when they were getting the girl to drink out of that big chalice thing.
It might have. We'll have to look that up. Because it
I
was
mean,
interesting.
I would doubt that quote came from before 1932.
You never know.
But, yeah, so just a little tidbit there. All right, last but not least, scare factor. You're going first on this one. I don't want to copy your answer. I just want to gauge mine off yours.
I'm gonna give it
a movie to think about these numbers.
I'm gonna give it a 3. I don't think about the numbers during the movie. I don't. I just enjoy the movie when what happened, or don't enjoy the movie while I'm watching it. But yeah, I'm going to give it a 3. It was. I'm not saying this. It was scary because of the freaks, but I'm saying that the way they portrayed themselves, all silent and stoic,
Mm-hmm.
and
Especially
creepy,
toward the end there.
especially toward the end,
Like
when they're
crawling
all,
under the wagons.
even before then, where they're all just standing around because they know what
yeah.
she's doing. It was just very creepy. It had that. It was.
Yeah.
It had some good creep, appeal. So it was definitely. It was something. It was different because you knew that you weren't looking at makeup, you weren't looking at actors in rubber masks or any all dolled up. These were real people, that they got to do real things. I mean, it was simple, but it was effective for me.
Yeah. Okay, well now I don't feel as bad about my answer then. I actually was going to give it a 4, but for the same reason. Like, there's no real effects there. There's no. I mean, I don't know. It's just real people, like you said. But when they're like crawling through the mud, holding the knives, and coming after them, and even before that, when they're just looking, just staring at her, trying to make her paranoid and talk her down, and it did. There's really good imagery. It looked really good.
Yeah,
it was very well done for. I mean, the limitations they had at the time, and I thought it looked great.
Yeah.
I thought there was definitely some good creep factor there, and yeah, I thought they did a great job with that.
Mm-hmm. It was definitely cool where the movie. I thought it was going to be a freaks movie, like people reacting to freaks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do I want to say it? Like the movie was going to be about freaks being bad people.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. They were the good people that were just in bad situation.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was a cool take on it.
Yeah. And honestly too, it wasn't until the very end with Cleopatra there that any of it actually looked bad. The thing they made her into looked hokey, but yeah, it was a very good looking movie. It was definitely well done.
All right, so overall, Freaks gets a 3,
which I'd say is fair.
That's good.
It's average. It's definitely watchable.
Yeah, for a movie that I've never heard of from back then. It's not a big name movie. It's only an hour long.
Back then, well, I was going to say back then movies are a lot shorter, but no, that's not the case at all. Sound of Music is very long, and It's a Mad World is like 4 hours. Great, but yeah, no, definitely, it was a good flick.
Yeah, check it out if you like the vintage classic look and you want to see something different. Definitely give this one a.
Yeah, it's a very
Give it a
unique movie. So, I mean, if you're looking for something you haven't seen before, this will be a nice change of pace.
Mm-hmm.
Give it a shot. I mean, the TV shows are out there now that take longer than this whole movie does. So, it's worth a watch. And that's it. We'll see you tomorrow for The Conjuring. Or The Conjured, or whatever the hell it was called.
Boy, oh boy.
A movie.
Bye.